show some of the books, well, the two books that I just recently purchased from Amazon. There is a quote in Their Eyes Are Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston that goes that blank women are the mules of the world. I cannot quote the beginning of that because it is a racial slur, and it pertains to African Americans. If you have not had a chance to read Zora Neale Hurston's Their Eyes Are Watching God, it is another book that I really highly recommend. I read it last summer, and I wish that I had read it earlier. I really wish that it was a book that I had read in my 20s, because it is definitely a book that I think that everybody should read, but I particularly believe that Black women should read and dissect, because you will find a lot of yourself in that. And I really did enjoy Jane's story. But anyway, moving on. The reason why I say that is because of this book right here. Black Girls Must Die Exhausted by Janae Allen. Janae Allen. The reason why I picked this book up is because I actually had heard it recommended on a YouTube video, and then I also saw it again maybe about a week later on Instagram, and I really just thought it was very interesting because the title was very catchy and it was very attention grabbing. I mean, who writes a title called Black Girls Must Die Exhausted? Basically, the premise of the book is there's this young newspaper writer named Tabitha who hears her white grandmother saying Black girls must die exhausted, and she's using it as a term to how Black women are workhorses, how they work hard to take care of family, home, and everybody else. And Tabitha along the way has to come to terms with what that saying means in her own life. And I just thought that it would be a very interesting read. Like, it wasn't a book that was even really on my to-buy list for a very long time. I mean, I have books like the next one that is on my to-buy list for over a year from when I heard of it. It's just the first time or opportunity that I had the extra money to go out and buy it. But this one didn't stay on my to-buy list long because it was something I felt like I need to buy it so that I can read it immediately. And I don't even really think that the book has been out long. So we're going to see what this comes to, and it'll probably be something I review and talk about in detail. Right, so the next book is one that has been on my to-buy list for a very long time. It's by Dr. Joy DeGruy, and it is called Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome, America's Legacy of Enduring Injury and Healing. The reason why I wanted to actually pick this book up and read it is because I have heard several of her talks. I've seen several interviews with her, and she's always extremely interesting, and I just really wanted to read her scholarship. She took several years to actually write this very slim book. She teaches at Portland State University. One of the reasons why I really am interested in this is because she really talks about how the trauma of slavery is carried on through memory, and how those same traumas are passed down through the family, and how those traumas from slavery affect us mentally, physically, today. And I really thought that was extremely interesting. I really want to see what she has to say about the family dynamic, because as you know, with any good history, if you've ever read anything about the transatlantic slave trade or the slave trade just within the United States, you know that black families were not families. They were torn apart. Black people lost their history. And it's very interesting to see how that continues to affect us to this day. Another thing that's pretty unrelated, but I'm going to talk about it now since it just crossed my mind, is also yesterday, after, you know, knowing that these were coming today, I finally placed an order for Ancestry DNA. So I will share that journey here as well in a couple of other videos, probably a different area of the vlog. But I have been researching my family ancestry for the past year or so. I really got into it around February when my stepmother passed away. Completely something unrelated that I was doing for my dad, that I wanted to do a surprise for my father that didn't work out. So it led into this whole another thing to have to deal with my maternal grandmother's family. And I decided to finally bite the bullet and do the DNA test, mainly because of things like this. Because I didn't know a lot about my father's family other than their Geechee heritage, his Geechee heritage, and I didn't know anything really about my mother's family, until, you know, really listening and talking to other family members. It all started with me knowing the dates, birth and death dates for my second-time great-grandparents, because I knew their names. I knew about where they were born. I knew about when they died. Then I was really able to, you know, go back and find a little bit more information. So I have decided to do the Ancestry DNA, and this afternoon I got the notification that my kit has shipped. So as soon as it comes next week, I'm going to be spitting in a tube. You know, not very ladylike, but I'm going to be spitting in a tube. And I'm going to send it off. And once it updates, I'm going to share what I find out. I am very, very interested in finding out what I find out. There are a couple of things that I'm expecting to be in my ancestry. I'm expecting to find out that I have some Welsh ancestry. I'm expecting to find out that I have some West African, specifically Sierra Leone ancestry, and the Sierra Leone ancestry would be on my father's side. And I'm interested to see if there's anything from Haiti. But we'll find out. So that's it. That's pretty much the only books I bought. You know, I'm trying not to buy a whole bunch. I'm trying to be really, really good. It's hard. Okay, I'm telling y'all, it's hard, because it took me about a week to narrow it down to 2 books a week. Because my Amazon list has, like, for save later right now in my cart, there's probably about 10 books. There is Danielle Clayton's latest for the Bell series, which I'm telling y'all, I need to go ahead and buy that, because I can't get that as an audio, and I'm ready to read it because I'm tired of waiting. But anyway, I digress. So these are the latest books. New book smell, you know, new book smell is great. So once I am done this one, it will go up on the blog. I'll probably do a brief little video about this. But again, I probably won't do a review of it, because it's a highly personal read, unless there is something that is extremely informative that I think you guys should know about. But if you have any other books that you think I should buy or look into, or even if you know of any book deals or sales or anything that I should pass along or consider, please leave me a comment. Let me know. Go to the Book Babe page on Facebook and drop me a little nugget. Let me know what I'm supposed to be looking out for, because y'all know I'm all about the buying books. I'm all about the reading. I'm all about speaking about new things and, you know, all that good stuff. So once that ancestry kit comes, y'all, there's going to be a video on that too. So have a good night and happy reading.